wondered what it would be like to combine a bike, a boat, and a camper van? No? Well, fear not. Triton have done all the hard work for you and are now the very fine purveyors of fully electric, amphibious, recreational vehicles. Who'd have thought? Sail the 7 seas, venture over land far and wide, and sleep, well, wherever you like. Goodness me, the freedom! They've developed 3 models, a mini, a trailer, and the full, which lovely Jack reviewed a few years ago in Amsterdam. A very fine home indeed for the Triton. Keep watching to see a very big man fit into a tiny space and to ruminate on the many iterations Mr. Scarlett's hair has seen since this episode was first shot. Like everything electric? You'll love our fun-packed Everything Electric Expos around the world. Come join us in Harrogate, Farnborough and Vancouver. Remember, energy and transport professionals go for free.
Where to begin? Well, construction-wise, aluminium, stainless steel for the frame, fiberglass for the body. That's made from recycled PET bottles, as nature-friendly as possible. Quite lightweight as well. I think it's around 250 kilos, the whole thing, which sounds like a lot, but look at the size of it. It's 4 meters by 2 meters, give or take. So that is reasonably low weight figure. Actually, if you kind of push it around with the motors off, it's manageable. You could maybe even do a bit of cycling with the motors off if you were in a tight spot and it was flat. Up here, we've got the bike bit, and it's all as you'd expect. We've got Bafang e-bike componentry. I've got my little readout here that shows me my range and my speed and which strength of electric assistance I'm on. There are 5 different settings. I've got 7 Shimano gears down here. We've got indicators. There you go, safety first. We've got our lights. We've got main beam, high beam lights for nighttime riding. It's very, ooh. It's really quite grown up and refined actually around the front here. More motorbike than bicycle, I would say. And look at this driving position. Look at this. You've never experienced such a high commanding ride position on a bike. This is fantastic. Welcome to the camper section. Lots of 3D printed componentry here. You've got your cup holder, you've got your plant pot. This is a nice little touch. Look how flush this plant pot fits in. You drop that in. Fit and finish. Rolls-Royce-esque solar panels. We've got solar panels on our roof because if you're going to be out adventuring, why not trickle charge the entire way? We love to see that. What else have we got? Rear suspension in the back. That's a nice touch. That came from the R&D phase. The early prototype had no suspension and it was a bit sore on the bottom, so now it does. Also worth noting the motor which powers the front wheel. On paper it's 750 watts. iGUZ tells me it's closer to 1500. Bafang market it as 750 watts because that's the limit in the US, but it's actually more. It's quite punchy. Care to step inside my bicycle? Look at this. Look at this. Super lightweight, easy to manage. Like this, and then like that. That's like that. Now, don't know what that does. iGUZ left me in charge. Not sure why I did that with his one-of-a-kind prototype. Let's climb in. I'm now inside the bicycle. This is the boat bit. You face the other way when you're driving it as a boat. Steering wheel, 3D printed. Little simple display here, showing me my battery readout, headlight, fan, boat horn, different to bike horn. And then I've got my speed settings, couple USB charge ports, Bluetooth radio. Oh, come see the sleeping quarters. Come on, Andy. Contort yourself into my boat. Can a huge man sleep fully extended comfortably? Let's see. There you go. Worth noting you can have like a mattress and stuff. You don't just sleep on the floor like an animal. How do I could swing a cat in here. Unbelievable. What's just occurred to me, and what is actually quite obvious when you think about it, is you probably put your feet down that end instead of climbing inside like a big worm. The other thing I've just noticed is this does this. So they have thought of these things. It's me who's an idiot. Well, just out on the water, on the bike. This is unbelievable. It's a boat. It's a boat. It's a nice little boat. So we have a slightly smaller motor now that we're out on the water, 1150 watts, but that's still good for a whopping 5 kilometers per hour top speed. Given the size of the vessel, feels like plenty. I've got 5 forward gears and 3 backwards, depending on how fast I want to go. This is number 1. Here's number 5. Ooh, we're shifting. Okay, it's enough for number 5. And that 5 kilometer per hour top speed may not sound like a lot. It's not, but this is a pleasure vehicle. It's leisurely. If you're in a rush in your B Triton, you're doing it wrong. Plus, water range is 20 to 40 kilometers, depending on, well, whether or not there's a light current, which means if you're lucky, you could be getting up to 8 hours of boating on a nice clear day like this. Well, I say clear, it's just started raining. In fact, let me just, there we go. There we go. You know, you look at something like this and you think, okay, well, that man's lost his mind. And yes, it's a bit strange. It's a bit niche, if we're being honest. But what this allows you to do, the idea of being able to embark on a trip in one vehicle which is electric powered, which uses minimal energy, which has solar panels. You can do land, you can do sea, you can sleep in it. What a hilarious little trip you could have in something like this with a mate. A small mate, ideally. Not room for 2 of me in here. Adventure vehicles are such an underserved niche in terms of electric vehicles. You know, the type of person who lives out of a van and travels the world nomadically tends to care about the planet, tends to want their stuff to be clean, green and electric, and yet there is so little out there to serve that market. People who love the planet, who travel the planet and care about it. There's not much electric stuff for them. Well, now there's one. And frankly, I'm not surprised this thing's got 100 pre-orders, because what a trip you can have in it. The idea that I can zip around the water in this thing, pull up at that jetty, pop my wheels back down and ride off into the sunset. How many vehicles can offer you that?
Well, actually, past tense Jack, they've now had over 180 pre-orders, and very shortly you'll be able to book to stay in one on Airbnb or booking.com. You can even get this snazzy green one with a solar panel. Or you could support their crowdfunding campaign to help propel their amphibious ambitions. Take a look in the description box below for all of the details. But that's it. Please do like, comment and subscribe. And if you have been, thank you for watching.